Well, here are some pictures you sent into our eyewitness portal, starting with this one from Ogunshade in Lagos, showing the building of Fine Coat, a paint company, on fire. There are no details regarding the cause of the fire or the extent of damage on the building. And still in Lagos, we have this photo showing the Berger Expressway linking Lagos and Ogun states. Pedestrians, according to our eyewitness reporter, have to risk their lives daily to cross the express. It therefore calls on the relevant authorities to build a pedestrian bridge there to ease crossing and stop the loss of lives on a daily basis on this particular picture you're looking at. All right, still in Lagos, around Elegushi, we have this photo of a structure which started as a 3-story floor building, but now being converted to a 5-story. Our eyewitness reporter calls on the relevant authorities to check the original plan of the building to forestall the danger it portends if allowed to go on. And to south region now, from Ifie near Warri in Delta State, we have this image said to be that of a boat used by illegal oil bunkers set ablaze by soldiers in order to stop oil theft. And finally, we have this photo from Kaduna said to be that of Federal Housing Karatudu Road, said to have been abandoned since 2012. Residents therefore plead with the authorities to complete the road. We do sincerely appreciate your pictures, and please note that you can use this platform to tell us about happenings in your area. We're going to take you straight back to our lead story in the news at 10 today, where we told you that the Senate has confirmed Musli Obanikoro as a minister, brushing aside allegations by the PDP alleging that he played a key role in the purported election rigging in Ekiti State by the APC. My pardon. Our correspondent Linda Akibe reports.
To many Nigerians, Wednesday's legislative proceedings in the Senate was highly anticipated. It is a day for the screening of one of the most contentious ministerial nominees in recent time, Senator Musliu Obanikoro. His ministerial nomination has been fraught with controversy since it was presented to the federal lawmakers. Opposition lawmakers had vowed to block his confirmation because of his involvement in a leaked tape where he was implicated as a principal actor in an alleged rigging of the Ekiti governorship election in 2014. His screening had been postponed 3 times because opposition lawmakers were unwilling to shift ground despite negotiations behind closed doors to resolve the impasse. At the proceedings, it was obvious that it was going to be a battle of wits between the ruling party and the opposition over the confirmation of Senator Obanikoro. Just before the screening proper, a lawmaker moved a point of order with the aim of stopping the screening of the former senator.
You did say, and I think I heard very clearly, that you will call a meeting of the executive session before we go into this session, and I think we are deviating from that.
However, Senator Saraki was ruled out of order by the Senate President.
And in my opinion, that is not a privilege, so if I didn't call for any executive session, I have not breached any order. Thank you. So I ruled it out of order.
Another attempt was made.
Reference shall not be made to any matter on which a judicial decision is pending.
But no such luck.
Nobody has served me. I'm not running away, and usually once there is a court process, I have to be served. And I'm here. I cannot be served on the pages of newspapers.
The floodgates were thrown open and point of orders thrown left, right and center, all to prevent the Senate from screening Senator Obanikoro. But none could deter the Senate President from going ahead with the confirmation of the nominee. It was apparent that neither the PDP lawmakers nor the opposition lawmakers were prepared to yield ground, and tempers fled. Almost 1 hour went by and the back and forth continued. when it appeared that the opposition lawmakers had exhausted all their tactics, and it was also clear that the Senate President too did not intend to budge, the screening began. But unlike previous screenings, no important questions were asked to the nominees. It appeared that the exercise was a mere formality to fulfill all righteousness. In a last-ditch attempt, the Senate Minority Whip tried to appeal again to the Senate President.
I said we passed him once, but before then and now, the issue of Ekiti Gate came up. The best the Senate can do in its wisdom is to defer the screening.
But no such luck. And when the question was put forward, the majority had their way.
Is it the wish of the Senate that Senator Obanikoro should be allowed to take a bow and go? Those against say nay. The ayes have it.
Immediately, opposition lawmakers staged a walkout of the Red Chamber. This is the first time in the 7th Senate where lawmakers have staged a walkout during plenary. With this development, there appears to be a crack in the Senate, whose members have enjoyed cordial relationship since the inception of the 7th Assembly. Linda Akibe, Channels Television News.
The former Minister of Defense and Chairman of the Victim Support Fund, General Theophilus Danjuma, has held a closed-door meeting with President Goodluck Jonathan in the President's residence in the presidential villa. The retired general arrived at the villa as early as 9:30 a.m. and was received by the President with a warm handshake before the two retired into the residence for a meeting that lasted for about 15 minutes. Responding to questions from newsmen, General Danjuma said that his reason for the visit is to see the President as he has just returned from a journey abroad.
Good morning, sir. I came to greet the President and to find out how things are going. I've been abroad. I just came back.
Yes, sir, the President is running for an election. Are you going to be supporting him fully, sir?
What do you mean supporting him?
Are you going to canvass for support for him in terms of vote, in terms of getting the areas to back Mr. President?
I don't canvass. I'm not in any of the political parties. Okay. The President is Nigeria's President.
The All Progressives Congress, the APC, today continued its campaign rally in Nasarawa State, the capital, Lafia. Now, at the town hall meeting of the party, the wife of the presidential candidate of the All Progressives Congress, Mrs. Aishatu Muhammadu Buhari, advised the party supporters not to sell their permanent voter cards and make sure they vote for the APC.
It's another gathering of supporters of the All Progressive Congress, APC. These party loyalists have come out en masse to show their support for the party, and most importantly, the presidential candidate, General Muhammadu Buhari. The chief host of the occasion, Mrs. Salamatu Almakura, gives her welcome speech.
On behalf of the peace-loving people of Nasarawa State and the entire APC family, I welcome you to Nasarawa State, the home of APC.
And then, the wife of the APC presidential candidate, Mrs. Aishatu Buhari, mounted the podium asking supporters to protect their permanent voter cards.
I'm advising our fellow women and youth not to sell their PVCs because the majority of voters are women. We just can't afford to lose this time. Don't sell your PVC. It's your power, your strength, your future, and the future of the next generations to come.
Other women supporters had the opportunity to speak their mind.
Our message is a simple message. because we are simple people and we speak the truth. If you are APC, you must have your PVC.
We should go back to our various states, zones, and in Nigeria to teach our voters, our electorates, how to vote. When we say broom and thumb, we say Buhari. Broom and thumb, Buhari. Broom and thumb, Buhari. Buhari, broom and thumb.
The high point of the event was the cutting of the cake to mark the APC Women Town Hall meeting.
May it be the beginning of peace in Nigeria.
One thing is clear in their speeches. They all canvass change, but Nigerians will have to wait till March the 28th to find out if the All Progressive Congress will get the presidential seat.
Now, the Director of Media and Publicity of Goodluck Jonathan Campaign Organization, Mr. Femi Fani-Kayode, has lashed out at the All Progressives Congress, the APC, for threatening to take Mrs. Patience Jonathan to the International Court of Justice in The Hague over alleged hate campaigns in River State. Mr. Femi Fani-Kayode sees the threat as unserious and warns that the PDP will no longer tolerate disparaging remarks against the First Lady. He said to journalists, he was speaking to journalists rather, in Abuja today.
We read with amusement the threat by Buhari's campaign organization through their spokesperson, Mr. Garba Shehu, that it is their intention to drag the First Lady, Dame Patience Jonathan, before the International Criminal Court of Justice for allegedly indulging in what they described as hate speech at a recent rally in River State. Their threat to take the First Lady to the ICC is not only absurd, but it is also nothing but the empty and boastful ranting of a perfidious, desperate, decaying, and dying political party, and such threat will amount to nothing. The truth is that if anybody is a candidate for the ICC, it is certainly not Dame Patience Jonathan, but rather General Muhammadu Buhari himself. Another episode in which Buhari has questions to answer is his role in the mass murder of hundreds of people in northern parts of Nigeria, including a number of young youth corpers who were in their prime by Buhari's supporters in 2011.
Director of Media and Publicity, Goodluck Jonathan Campaign Organization, Mr. Femi Fani-Kayode. When the news at 10 returns, our community report brings to the fore the plight of a community without a school or a health center in Cross River State. Please join us again.